Hello and welcome to Control, a CT tournament. Let me lower the interesting audio. Sorry, Monster Cat, it's a no from me. But
copyright claims.
No copyright from Monster Cat, not allowed. But it does. It's interesting because it's very loud to me, but it doesn't actually come up at all for people watching the stream, which I don't know, but hopefully we will be starting soon. We did have that interesting screen of MZ's me, or MZ's me, and that has now vanished, so hopefully the final few people will join, but let's...
Yeah, I just need to make sure I know the lineups.
Yeah,
I know VA lineup.
You know VA lineup.
Yes.
That's better than That's better than my news.
Okay, so it's Eon, MZ, Kurito, Kenny, and Flary for FL, and then our lineup's meant to be Sean, Fox, Barney, Ruby, and Vale. I'm not sure if Sean's going to be playing though because Hawk might be subbing him. It depends if Sean can actually get online because he said he was having some troubles. I'm not sure if he's in the room yet. I'll have a quick look.
Some people are hyped for the fact that you're back on the cast, so...
Oh, me?
Yeah, you're back on the cast. Everyone's hyped.
No one's hyped?
Everyone's hyped. Look at the stream chat. This should be good. Official review. This should be good.
7 3/4 out of 10.
7 3/4 out of 10. Well, it's still better than most things get, so...
Yeah.
The last time you casted, CTs were the exact same, even though it was a year ago, so... No...
The last time I casted was like, what, season 6? And now it's season 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We've come a long way. Katie's no longer in charge. The face of Wingfire League has changed as we know it.
It's not KD.
It's not Katie.
But after
I had no idea this event. Well, this sounds bad, but like I was warring in VA yesterday, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna have to go now. We've got a CT tournament," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I know it's come out of nowhere. I had the exact same. Like there was meant to be a CT meeting or something, and out of nowhere it's like, "Oh wait, no, we've scheduled it over Control," and I'm like, "My clan isn't playing Control."
Yeah, so it was like a 6-hour council meeting. That did look enjoyable.
It was fun. Oh god, my voice cracks are more fun than the meeting was, I'm sure. But
I can confirm Hawk's playing.
You can confirm Hawk's playing.
Sean was like so adamant to play. He had an early shower. He was practicing, ready to go, and then CTGP failed on him. So that's unfortunate.
He had an early shower, and then his net decided to take an early dipping.
Came on, said I'm playing. 100% I'm playing. I'm having a shower.
He's having a shower. He's no longer needing that shower as early as he's had it, but...
Unlucky.
Unlucky for him. Maybe we'll see him in the final if VA make it.
Yeah, do you know who... I'm guessing Relapse are in the other semi-final.
It's Relapse and I think YN, but it's got delayed by a few minutes.
Yeah, I guess it's like, that's the kind of 4 teams you'd expect. Well, definitely these 3. I mean, VA you can swap up with some of the other teams, but Yandrift, FL, and Ari have always been the 3, like, dominant CT clans. Mainly because 2 of them are, like, just only CT clans.
Yeah, there's definitely dominant clans on CTs, and we'll probably see it within the next season as well for the league, that some of those clans will... rise above the others, but
yeah.
Regardless, we might see what VA can do here. This could be a good showing.
Well, I know there's bagging in these CT wars, and like I know in regular wars, the way I feel about it is there's way more individual skill needed in these CT wars because, I mean, with regs, there's 32 tracks. I'd say a good solid 20 of them are a complete joke to race on. They're just like 2 turns and that's it. But on these CTs, you've got like, well, I don't know how many CTs there are now, but I'm guessing there's like well over 150 or so.
218.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's got over 200 now. So you need, obviously, I know CTs is very team pick reliant. I don't know if VA has any team picks. I've played like 2 CT wars with them, and we usually just go whatever we want. So I'm not sure if they do have like a serious side of like tracks they have been practicing, but I have warred Final Stand plenty of times, and I do know that they have those tracks which some people just completely hate playing on, the same that Relapse do. If you just have these tracks where you practice, which no one else likes playing, and you get it, then that's already a huge advantage. You don't get that on regs because everyone knows how to play all the tracks, but CTs is a lot different.
Yeah, I mean, FL obviously are going to have some interesting team picks. I think they favour a lot more of the kind of somewhat older tracks, I guess we could say. But that's, of course, because they've been established for so long that some of these new clans may be really fearful of tracks that might be quite new, but the reality is you can do just as much damage on older tracks.
Yeah. It just depends really, because I know like these Final Stand members, you've got people who've been playing CTs for years, you've got beta testers in there, so if anyone's going to be able to practice a track first, it's going to probably be these guys. They've just been playing a lot more than any of the other clans. I know Yowndrift has some old CT players, but as a clan they are, I guess, pretty new. I know they've been around for a while now, but if you compare Yowndrift
2 years
to Final Stand, yeah, it's already been 2 years, so fair play to them.
Is it
but
2 years? It's a year and a half. It's a
year
year and a half.
It's been over a year.
I remember I was in the Hard Truth when Yowndrift became a thing. What a clan that was.
I'm not 100% sure, but I remember pre-Weemfire when the CT clans back then was Onyx and Cloister, and then the Disasters, and then Trident. Yeah, Trident. And I think quite a lot of TD did move on to FL, so they've kind of had that. They've been playing together for a lot longer than I think the Yowndrift members have, but if they do manage to meet in the final, that'd be interesting to see. But obviously we've got VA and Relapse trying to get there as well.
Of course, the biggest disappointment for 2 V3 members is that Lava Flow Volcano not in the pack. So
that's just heartbreaking.
That is heartbreaking.
I don't understand why you would keep some of the tracks in there and then take out Lava Flow Volcano.
It's okay.
Like Lava Flow Volcano was the heart of so many memes.
I remember when TD didn't like it to the point where they left Worldwides where we may have spam picked it, but
may have played Lava Flow Volcano 6 times in a row.
We may have liked Lava Flow, but yeah, a few of those tracks that some teams used to favour have gone, but the majority are still there. Bit of Sunset Ridge maybe for FL. I know it's been picked a few times in wars I've played with them, but I'm sure they've got a few of those kind of tracks that they can take advantage of.
Yeah. I mean, you told me earlier personally that there hasn't been any tracks added recently, so
March last year.
Yeah, I'm guessing when a track gets updated, then these teams might be like playing it just to make sure.
Yeah.
Because I know some of the updates that tracks get are pretty substantial. Because I remember the old Pipe Underworld. That was actually my least favorite track. I'd just pick it and I'd be like, yeah, I really want to just turn my Wii off now. But they did make it more noob friendly, I suppose. I can actually play it now. But there are still quite a lot of complex tracks. If you look at it, you've got those long, daunting tracks like Undiscovered Off Limit and District 65. All those one-lap tracks where if you start getting a breakaway, there's not really that much you can do. And I feel you do have like a massive variety in these CTs because there's so many tracks which just have like really, really, really bad shock spots. And then you can take advantage of, like, I know some tracks. I don't know if banned tracks applies here. I'm guessing they are. So
I think it's WL rules. So
okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing we're not going to be seeing those tracks where you just get a cheese star in first and you're like, haha, 15 points. See you later. But there are still quite a lot of tracks where you can just dodge and it's completely ridiculous. Like if you look at Crossingville, you can skip like 15 seconds of like complete grass shortcuts if you just chain a star or get a mega and a golden. It's ridiculous. But you do also have the tracks which have pretty much literally zero shortcuts whatsoever. I think honestly FL are probably going to be going more towards those front running base tracks without many shortcuts, but I mean, we'll see. Not sure what these teams have in store for us. I know Flary's playing, and Flary's obviously been a good D1 player. He's been scoring large for God knows how many seasons now. Fox, obviously, he's been playing with WZ mainly when they were a CT team, and he was, I guess, their main MVP. Looking at everyone else, Kenny, I know he time trials a lot, and he's been playing for a while. Carito, it was the whole Carito and Xander thing where for like 3 seasons straight, they were just completely on top of everyone else within Div, so I'm expecting Carito to do well here as well. How many we got in room now?
We've got 10, I believe.
We've got 10. Getting ready. Start sometime soon.
We've been waiting for the interesting stream chat where someone wants Magnetic City back there, Myth wanting Magnetic City.
I don't even know what Magnetic City was.
It was a fantastic track. Undiscovered Off Limit is luck-based and laggy. In fact, it lags so bad, I believe looking backwards on it in a full room can at points cause lag. It's very interesting.
The first set, like the first like 75% of it, I don't think it's that luck based, but as soon as you get to that after the Cooper section in the dirt where you've just got the Coopers and you've got so much mud, if you can just get a shock there, then you pretty much just win the race because that saves so much time. Are they playing for money? No.
No money.
MK, but we can't afford that.
We cannot afford the money.
We need 700 sponsors for the World Cup. Start reeling in some money. Maybe we can sort of give it out to some people.
If anyone wants to sponsor the Mario Kart World Cup, which will be happening, feel free to send a business message. But if people are about laggy tracks, so let's have a throwback to Shining Town just as we're starting this. What a track Shining Town was.
Oh no, I don't want to think about that track anymore.
Went in the pack and got deleted within about a week or something, wasn't it? That was fantastically laggy.
I think it was SNES Bowser Castle 2. I can't remember, but there was just this one turn where if you went too wide, your game would just like literally go 1 mile an hour, and you could just sit there and make your timer go slow, and then just lag everyone. And it was like that for like 3 years, and I've only just like fixed it, and I'm like, I was playing it earlier, I was like, can I just do that again? But yeah.
You're not allowed to do that anymore, nah.
Mm.
But yeah, we are getting underway as the 150cc. It's probably 150 only, to be honest.
Yeah, it's 150 only, yeah, it is, just Vale told me earlier.
Gonna be seeing some
150 only is a lot more enjoyable to watch, though. No one wants to watch a 400cc war. I mean, Mirror is pretty entertaining, especially on some tracks, but I'd rather have 150 only than have to deal with 100cc.
Yeah.
So it does look like we're going with team picks: Hell Pyramid for FL and Jungle Ruins for VA. I think Kion, is that Kion playing, or is it Barney using a Kai on me? I think it's Barney using a Kai on me.
We're now on race 1. There we go. With
Lemon and milk.
It's a rather long black screen. That is the font name, yeah.
This is a... Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, I thought VA would go for the tracks which kind of have quite a lot of shock potential. Because I think Barney did do quite well with his shocks last war when they were playing against relapse against Brian. So, yeah, as you can see already from Vale here, there's a lot of grass you can use. He's probably going to hold on to these 2 shrooms for the next 2 laps. If he can do that each lap, then that will probably keep him into first. But I highly doubt he'll be able to hold his shrooms for that long. Fox does get the snipe off there on Flurry, so that's going to be a top 2 for now. And they should be able to hold this as long as both of them are smart and keep looking backwards and don't do anything majorly bad.
From the looks of it, it looks like MZ's
is bagging.
Yeah, so they
I think he's ahead.
I think they're just sitting at that box. I'm not sure you can go further back than that because of the jump.
Oh yeah, the gate, yeah. It looks like Vale's going to just use his shroom here. He's probably going to take him to first. He actually opts to use 2. I don't think I agree with that. He probably could have just used 1 shroom and got into first and held the second for the blue, but they are still going to be top 2 for a while. They've got a tiny bit of a break on 3-4, which I think's the FL members, but
yeah, it's not substantial.
No, if, like we were talking about earlier, if anyone gets a shock, I think if either team has the shock, they're probably going to win if they do get dodges. But it does seem like both the baggers they've moved up a little bit, so one of them might have shock and one of them might be trying to troll it out. I think MZ does have shock from the mini-map, because it's Barney.
Yeah,
that wasn't MZ shock, so FL going to be coming up here. They are in the bottom spot, so it's going to take a while to catch up to Vale, but I think that is someone coming up in a build from the speed on the mini-map, so Yeah, as you can see, Fleury did take that golden cut as well, so that's going to put FL probably going to be winning this race. They are in first. Maybe VA can hold on to those mid spots from the shock, though.
That
We'll have to
red
see.
not connecting. Let's have a quick look. This box is going to basically determine if Vale can maintain his position. It looks like he will be able to with a
Yeah, that's
protection
good.
item. Carito, though, no.
Yeah, Creed
Carito
no,
not doing enough, I don't think.
no, that's still going to be
It
second.
looks like he fell off, actually, Carito. You can see him still at the
Wait, did he? Oh
the
god,
line.
no, that's not good.
That's
I
not good
think
for him.
I think Vale did maximum one of his nanas. I'm not sure if Kirito hit it, and then obviously you come off of that boost pad, so you do have speed. So if you hit a nana, you're going to go straight off. So well played by Vale if that was him, or it might have just been a little bit of a throw there from Kirito. But they still did get first, so we'll have to see what happened to the rest of the middle pack.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see for the epic bagging battle.
Epic.
Epic.
Yeah, so that's MZ with the 1-0 shot count. I did think he had it, like we were saying. He did seem to be chasing him.
Looks like it might be MZ with the 1-0 points as well, unless Barney was a lap in front. But
This is a long 30 seconds. So yeah, is it going to be a 1-3? Korea did fall off and go to that 7th, but 2-4-5 is not that bad. That's going to be a pretty even race. We'll wait for Tom to
28 to
scores
33.
quickly. Yeah, so it's only a -5 for VA, and honestly, I'd be happy with that. It could have been a lot worse. That should have been a 1-3-4 really for VA, for FL, sorry, but Korea obviously falling off last turn. It's not very ideal.
No, I mean, going into this next track, FL have got 1 or 2 of the top spots, but not enough to go for
It is
something
really
that's-
even, yeah.
It's kind of the moment where VA might want to pick one of these kind of mid spot tracks, but FL
it does
might
seem like-
try to get Vale out of second and run it.
Yeah, that's what I think FL's going to do. They're probably just going to go for one of the tracks they're confident they're running at. VA's plan obviously did backfire. Jungle clear. Is that a repick from Ruby?
That
Did
is
you
a
just-
repick, but it shouldn't matter because.
Oh yeah, because the whole it doesn't pick you again. I do like that about CTs that it's got that. Lunar Spaceway and Headlong Skyway though coming out from VA.
Lunar
Spaceway is going to
Spaceway.
go with the FL track, and like we said, yeah, it does seem like what you said is true. They are just going to try and get Vale out of that top spot, and then try and run for the rest of the race. Lunar Spaceway, obviously, you can see one of the bigger tracks in the pack, quite a large minimap. Not that many shortcuts you can do with the shock either. Obviously, you do have the little section where you can go above the cave right at the end, which you kind of can use for the shock, but apart from that, you can't really do too much.
There
I think you
goes
can
Vale.
yeah. I think you can get around the whole track backwards. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that, but I don't see one spot where you should
no,
go.
no. You can't.
Oh
I
no,
don't
there's
think.
that. Yeah, I know what you mean. The little jump bit.
Yeah, there's the jump that we're going to come up against about now that you can't get further back than
Yeah,
this jump here, I believe.
yeah. I think it's going to be sitting on the box. Coming up to that, so it'd be these boxes coming up here that the bug is probably going to be sitting at. Yeah, as you can see, they're both sitting roughly over here near the box. So Vel did get hit pretty hard a few times at the start of the race, but I think he should be able to hold this star up. There should be quite a lot of items being spammed up the front, so people are probably going to get hit. So as long as he doesn't play bad, he should be able to hold this and hope that Barney does pull shock, because they're probably going to need it.
In the bagging battle, it looks as if he's pulled 2 builds, actually, because he's fallen off once or twice.
Well, MZ's just gone forward, so he might have... Yeah, I think Vel's just used his star because he realised that MZ might already have it, so he just does want to catch up. As you can see, he's 6-7 right now, and I think that's 5th as well from VA, so they do need to try and get like a blue, even if they can't get shocked, to try and get up there.
Yeah, they're top
So I think
3, I
FL's
think.
Yeah, FL is top 3 at the moment with a pretty substantial lead on 4th. As you can see, it's Shane there. Shane should honestly just try and get some kind of box. Like if he does get a triple res, it's going to be really bad for VA, especially when you're getting stuff like bloopers. Shane did drop a bomb there, I think, but he didn't actually connect it with anyone. I would have waited a little bit and maybe used it in the cave where there was less chance to avoid it.
Yeah, it looks as if MZ has gone that far back, and there's no way that Barney can get the shock out of him if MZ does have it, so... I mean, props to MZ if he does have the shock. He's gotten away quite well there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance of Barney being able to hit him if MZ does have it, but we can't guarantee that until it's used, obviously.
Oh,
Star in
Barney!
second place. Oh, that was a VA shock then. So they have dodged. I think that's Hawk. He's dodged in a star. So hopefully he can try and get up there. Yeah, it does look like shock's going to be available at around 2:45 or so. So there is another chance to get a late second shock, and Barney's probably going to try and get in 10th and make that happen, because I do still think they need a second shock if they definitely want to get Vale, and obviously we can see Ruby back here as well, and Fox. So shock did help for Hawk, but the rest of the team's still in these bottom spots, so they do need to try and get some form of shroom or a power item. Otherwise, this does look like it's going in FL's
Carito's
favour.
off. Carito's just been bumped off.
Yeah. So a few FL members actually did fall back here. So we do have a 2-3-4-5, I think, at the moment for Vitality. So if they can hold on to this, if Barney can get that second shock, he might as well just hold it for now, because this bottom three of FL are actually...
Ooh. That was a bit
Yeah, shock does
questionable.
come in. Not sure who's... was that MZ shock or was that... Because it looks like MZ's going build speed, so I'm not entirely sure.
I'm
whose
not
second
too
shot
sure
that
either,
was.
but we are going to be seeing Vale suffer a bit from that, going down to 8th. Might get past Carito if Carito does. No fail there.
It looks like he's going to get 8th. I think that is a 6-7 for FL though, with the Shane and Carito. But we'll have to see the top spots.
It was rather interesting, the first shock, the fact that MZ went forwards that far when Barney had the shock. You know, you'd have perhaps imagined that they might have wanted to try getting it out of Barney, but I guess maybe he might have pulled it in 9th and they didn't expect it, so MZ ran forwards or something. Regardless, 32-29. The score's now 60 to 62, yeah. With FL up 2.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising that they actually came out of that with the winning race, so Barney did do well to get that shot for him.
Let's have a very quick look at the stream chat. We've got Cudge TS strats from CJ. Not what we're looking for. But yeah, let's have a look. Headlong Skyway coming out from Vale. That's it's quite a long track as well, but that one I believe shouldn't be too bad for VA.
Oh, here's the FL special. Jeez, Mansion of Madness is just
fantastic.
It is one of the you just
Absolutely
need to learn. You need to learn it.
Yeah.
If you're a new CT player and you're coming in, you want a war, and you don't know how to play Mansion of Madness, you're not going to be in for a good time.
Learn it.
Because
it's almost like Heart of China went for. Was it Chemical Energy against RB where they got lapped?
Yeah, that wasn't a fun war for. I think it was Dutch Thomas picked it by accident because.
Oh no, Dutch Thomas may have picked it that time. We then went on and deliberately picked it most other wars.
Yeah.
It was quite mean, but we did it.
We are going to play Headlong Skyway. Headlong Skyway, as you can see by the minimap, there's not really anywhere you can kind of dodge. There is a little bit of a mud shortcut, you can say, coming up here.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only real place you can really abuse. You do have that little shortcut that Vale has just taken as well, but this is the main shortcut here, as you can see. If you do get like some kind of star and you can dodge in there, you're going to gain quite a bit of spots. As you see, Vale went from like 7th to 3rd. And he still has a shroom if he's going to try hold that. Fox is in 1st for now, Carito in 2nd. I know Fox is pretty good at this track though. I think this was a VA pick.
Yeah.
So Fox probably should be able to hold on to that first unless there is some sort of blue coming out from FL, because his lead is actually pretty substantial already, only after 1 lap. This is only a 2-lap track, so it does kind of limit what the baggers can do. They do need to try get it more often. Well, not more often, but quicker, I guess. There's probably not going to be a second shock. But the laps are pretty big, and that is a FL Blue coming in, so that should be Carito taking that first place. But...
No, Fox.
Oh, did he dodge it?
Oh, was that
no, he
split
lagged it.
or
I think that was a very laggy blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just hit him a bit later. But Vale is still holding on to this shroom that he has had. Oh, I think
Carito
Vale...
going down. I believe...
Yeah, I think that was a fib or something.
Yeah, and that
we didn't quite see.
That should allow Vale to take the shortcut this next lap, so long as
Yeah,
Carito
exactly.
doesn't bump him off at this...
He should be able to get the draft here and get into 2nd. I don't think he should risk the shroomless thing again.
I mean, it's something that he might be able to do. quite a knowledgeable player. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he did it fine. That's fine then. I thought it was a lot harder than that for some
No,
reason.
it's very easy once you get the hang of it.
Yeah. But Ver's actually got a decent. Kurita did do the cut behind in second. Kenny did it as well.
Yeah.
So it is 1-4 currently for VA. Kenny and Kurita in those 2 free spots, but he does really need to hold on to this first for the team. Hopefully there's not another blow coming out from FL, but we'll have to see.
There's a blow.
Oh!
It's hit him!
Oh, he tried to stop. Yeah, so VA tried to call that, and that's the worst thing, because what you've just done is you've put yourself even further back than you should have been, and Kurita goes untouched into his first place position. Fox is still in second. He's holding this POW, so Fox or Hawk must have something in 2-3, because I don't see why you would hold a POW for so long. Does end up powering. You might... Yeah, I actually did try to get the target POW. Kurita up here.
I think it was also kind of trying to get him after the boxes as well for Kurita.
Might have been trying to get a power head going or something. Bomb does go out from Kenny. I think that was a bomb. Yeah. Doesn't actually connect with anyone. Or did it hit Hawk? I'm not sure. It might have lagged. But Ver's actually going to get into that 4th spot. He's going to try back those greens at Kenny. Don't think he's going to be able to get this. This should be a 2-3-4 though. For Vitality. Oh, Flary actually shrooms up. And late shot comes in. Not sure who that was from. It might have been a VA shock just trying to cancel Flary's shrooms. That's probably the best explanation I can think for that shock. I do think that shock did help for VA though, if that was theirs. I don't think Flary got past Hawk when he would have if the shock didn't come in. So I think that's a 2-3-5 for VA, but we'll have to see. There might be a bit of lag on some of their screens.
I mean, regardless, VA have been holding off FL a lot more than some may have expected. A lot of people would consider FL to be perhaps much better of a team, but definitely not been the case.
Yeah, 2-3-5-8-9, so that's going to be another really even race, and we've been seeing that throughout this war so far. I think VA have had all 3 track picks. I'm not entirely sure. I think they have had, so that might be one of the reasons why they're keeping up. But we'll have to see if FL do get their Mansion of Madness pick. I'm not sure if they're going to pick it now, since it's kind of mid-spots, but they did pick it after they lost a race, so they might just go ahead and opt for that Mansion of Madness pick again. But yeah, VA went in race by 1, was that?
1.
So it's 1 point with him after 3 races, and I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this. I did think FL would be up. I know it would be close. I thought FL would be up around 20 or so by now though, but VA definitely keeping it close. They do have quite a lot of, I'd say veteran, but long playing.
Long playing.
Players. It's not a word, but I've just made it up. But yeah, Fox, Ruby especially, those two have been playing for quite a while. I know Vale's been playing CTs for quite a while, and Hawk played with WZ. Barney obviously bagging because his shock luck is kind of questionable at times, I must say, when he bags in VA, but that's the Norwegian power. It does look like track picks are going all over the place now, so we've got a few. I think people are going for what they
Haunted Woods.
But Haunted Woods is going to come out from whoever has the Nicholas me.
That is Shane, I believe.
Okay.
So FL getting Haunted Woods.
Haunted Woods is the one with the oh yeah, the Tom is mad special. But this is a track where the shock is probably going to be the most important thing. You can definitely get back, I'm pretty sure, the whole track on this one. There's no long-standing walls or anything. Vale's going for a wide box. He only does get a 7th place one. Doesn't this track have a mega box?
Yeah. And the mega box will be, I believe, in the mansion that you saw a few people swerve into.
Yeah. I was just confused because I thought the whole you're not allowed to play tracks which give certain items, but I guess not.
It's certain items if they're in the normal line of the racer.
Okay. Yeah, so you do have to kind of like take a bit of a punishment to get your mega box, but
yeah,
if you get a shock and you go wide for that mega box and dodge, it's a lot better than just getting shocked. So Vale's just changing his items. He does actually get a mega. He's going to have to be forced to use it here. Power comes in most likely from final stand. But like we said, that huge shortcut, which you can see in the top right hand side of the map, is going to be, oh, nearly gets batted off there, but does kind of stay on. It's going to be a, is that 2-3? No, 3-4 at the moment. I know Ruby's up there, but like we're saying, shock's going to be probably the most important item here because of that huge shortcut.
Yeah, it might be worth Vale going into the mansion, but I guess he's opted that there's too many people gone in there for him to get the box he wants, so...
Shane might have already taken it, and Ruby went in there as well, so there's not much real point. Don't want to take your whole team in there, because then you'll just end up losing time, and if you don't get the shock, it's not worth it really to get a Mega.
Ooh,
Does actually get that TC, and that's...
Yeah, I was
I'm
going
not
to
sure if he's going
say...
to be able to pass that to Ruby. If he did get a Mega, he's too far ahead, so it wouldn't be worth it. Oh, I nearly gave it to the bagger there, but...
That would have been a
he is
bit
gonna get
beneficial,
TC'd.
but it's not
That top
happened.
3, you can see Shane's in first. I'm not sure who that... Yeah, I think that's Shane and Flary in first, but as you can see by the map, 3 people did take that huge shortcut, including Fox.
Oh, that bomb!
Nearly actually hit Hawk there. One of the FL members did get stuck in the cut a little bit. That was Kenny. So he's going to be holding this POW in 6th. Might be holding it for Fox and Ruby. They did just come out of the cut, so they might have got a decent time at the end. Does go ahead and use that POW though. And it's coming up to lap 3, so we're going to have to see what happens here. This is probably going to... We haven't seen the shock so far, so I don't see why someone wouldn't have it. We haven't seen anyone pull Bill in these bottom spots yet, so shock's most likely in play.
Looks like he's actually
he is going to go for that 8th place
down.
box. They must have shock. There's no other... I mean, you can... Oh, he's only going to get triple shrooms there, and that's no good.
I think
There's one more box, but he has to like risk it and go into the cut preemptively.
Yeah,
I think.
he was basically
He's not gonna be able
hoping
to do that.
he was hoping to pull a star or something that first set and then get shrooms, but
Pretty
that
bad
didn't
item
work.
luck, I must say, from Vale. He's got triple shrooms like 4 times in 7th, when you would expect that star into a golden, or just a golden itself is enough to get through there. Doesn't actually get a last box either, so he's just going to have to use that shroom. FLR 345, so I think this might be a decent race. Hawk, you did see get first. I think that's... Yeah, I think that's the top 2 from
Oh,
Hawk and Ruby.
Vale!
I was gonna... Yeah, I think that's the top 2 bottom 2. Vale probably could have pulled out a 5th or a 6th there, but did hit that oil spill.
Yeah.
Top 2, yeah.
I mean, they're still going to win, but it's not going to be by too much. It would have been a great race. Like, they would have gone into this next GP up like 15, or not 15, that's an odd number, up like 16 or something.
Yeah.
But...
Albert asks, who would be on Team UK? I'm not sure if you mean regular tracks or CTs, so if you let us know then we'll probably have to give you a good idea of what the CT team would be. But yeah, Hawk and Ruby were able to get that top 2. So that kind of did cancel out their bottom 2 a bit. 48 points coming in from Flary, as we did say earlier. We did expect him to do quite well, and he has shown that in his first showing.
And it's 124 to 120.
Yeah, so winning race by 5 there for VA with that top 2. So that's actually going to put him in the lead. That was a FL pick, wasn't it? So 3 tracks to 1 for VA, and they have got a good 4-point lead for them. So if they can hold on to this. Is this best of 3 or best of 1 for semis? Do you know?
I believe best of 1, given that the next match we're casting is in less than 2 hours.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah, that would be. UKCT World Cup 2017.
Flary, Xander...
Flary would be in there, Xander would be in there.
Mega would be the bagger, or Jazz, or
yeah,
me,
I think,
or Roy.
What's his name? Luke GB Luke.
Yes.
Would be in there. I think the 3 main runners would be...
Luke, Xander, Flary.
Am I Luke? Is Carito from England?
America.
He is. Why did I randomly think that?
No,
yeah.
It'd be like Luke, Xander, Flary.
Luke, Xander, Flary. And then we'd see.
Yeah, it'd probably Ace Beaton or something. He's quite a good
Ace Beaton might be in there as a sub or a runner. But those are the 3 main runners you're looking at. Would be Xander, Flary, and my mind's just gone numb and I forgot the third person already. Luke, that's the one. What about Sword or Liam? They're mainly time trialers, so... I mean, there are a lot of time trialers who are good, but it's quite a hard transition going from the mentality of, I'm going to go tight as I can every single turn, to playing online, because you do have players like Fox who are really good online and on time trial, so they have the mentality that they can switch and realise you don't want to play like a time trialer online, and obviously you don't want to play online like a time trialer.
Yeah, Fox did take quite some time to get used to it though. He was in Crossfire along with a few other clans where he performed quite well, but it did take quite some time to transition. And whereas Sword and Liam are, of course, very good players, and Sword and Liam were both really highly rated back in the day. Even online, I know Sword was, but the transition is quite big, and after not playing online as much for a certain amount of time, you know, Sword would probably be very good, but probably wouldn't be in the top 2 or 3, if you know what I mean, until he gets used to it again. But Hell Pyramid is the track we're currently seeing.
Going on to Hell Pyramid. So this is one of the tracks again where the shock isn't that useful. As you can see, we've just done a full lap whilst we were talking about Team UK, that there isn't that much you can do with the shock. There's not that many shortcuts. There are a few little mud shortcuts here and there, but nothing substantial. Vale does lose his triple stream to that power, which is a bit unfortunate. He probably could have did something with those. Gets triple reds, might have to have a look behind him, and he does see Fox and Hawk are both going to be there. Oh, nearly does hit Fox, sorry, with his reds. Does get a mega, so if Barney does have the shock, as you can see, roughly at the right hand side of your screen on the map, you can see Barney is on his own and MZ is on his own as well, so they're complete polar opposites of the track. So one of them probably does have shock, or they're just doing some sort. I think MZ did just jump off there. Mega is
MZ jumped off.
I'm pretty confused on why he's used that mega then. If he saw MZ jump off, it might have been, I think Shane used his mega because he saw Vale and mega. He might have just realised that there's probably not going to be a shock in play and he just wanted to use it to catch up a little bit, but I'm not sure why he used his mega there. Does use his shroom. We are on lap 2, so coming into our last lap we've got a 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh.
Shock is, and that is an MZ shock, so he's got his team into boxes, as you can see there. Carito does look small, but I think he did dodge, or he might have just got shocked into a box and spammed a star. But the speed he was going did look like a first frame dodge, which might have been a little bit laggy. Does get a golden here though, and the goldens are pretty good on this track. You should save it right for the end. Oh, Fox does get that TT though, so that's going to hurt Fox. I don't think he's got anything to use for it. No, it looks like he's going to be getting 8th for this race. It's all up to Vale here with this golden, and as you can see, this is a 1-3 at the moment. Ruby is in second place. He's going to use his golden here most likely. Nearly does hit the pokey, but does avoid it. But it looks like it's going to be a 2-4. As long as nothing else... Oh no, 3-4. As long as nothing else happens. Flaring Korea look like they're going to get the top 2 though.
Maybe Vale can spam the blue? No.
No. It would have been really good if they had a shock there. They could have shocked himself onto ramp, but 3-4 is going to do it. Kenny looks like he's getting 5th. Fox is getting 6th, and that's an 8th. So I think that's top 2, 5, 7 for FL. So definitely a winning race for them, and that's probably going to put them in the lead.
That shock is a bit too late for Barney there.
Yeah, not quite the lap 4. Maybe if it was a 4-lap track, then they would have been able to come back with that. But shock did definitely help out Carito, especially. He went from a dead 8th to, I think he got 2nd, maybe 1st, depends on what happened up there. But yeah, as you can see, top 2, 5, 7 for FL. And the really useful thing about CTs is shout outs to Vale for actually using me heads on minimap, so we can actually see who's where. He does have battle glitch as well, obviously, but it's just so much useful having me heads on minimap, which obviously is allowed, and draggable blue shells are allowed, and speedos allowed on CTs. Not too sure about custom music though.
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, my stuff's allowed.
Oh, better get some Harvo textures. Get some 6-second lag starts.
Yeah, that was 36 to 25, I believe. So
okay.
VA now down 7.
Down 7, that's not too bad. It is still very close. Autumn Forest, is that going to be everyone from VA? It does look that way. And GBA Blue Lake, that's... yeah, with the old games, so with the SNES and the GBA, you do see these tracks where there is quite a lot of grass and sand and water, which you can dodge. I know GBA Blue Lake isn't one of those, so it's kind of like an extended version of SNES Ghost Valley 2, which is one of the regular tracks in this game, but... yeah, definitely a front-run track. And kind of actually a bit technical, I suppose. But it is going to go with Autumn Forest. You're going to have to refresh my memory. Well, the game will, because I'm not entirely sure.
The game will be refreshing your memory.
There's so many, like, Autumn's Leaves Way and, like, Summer Star. There's so many, like, autumn and trees and those kind of tracks.
This one's Autumn Forest.
Yeah, there's 2 tracks, yeah. There's this and then there's another track. One of them's the 5-lap, which is going to be this one. And this is definitely one of those tracks where they're going to hope for Barney to try and get a golden.
Yeah.
And get into last and get that shot, because... as you can see, 90% of this track is grass, and in this section especially, quite a lot of mud. You can skip out that entire turn there, and then definitely shock is going to be in play.
Yeah.
Probably be around lap 3 or 4 until we do see it though, I suppose.
I mean, it might be early, you never know, but we'll have to see. Vale can't throw those reds forwards yet. He's going to be
Fox
doing
does
it
the
now.
grass shortcut, so he's going to spam him here. Going to try and get Carito. Someone did come up there as well, but Throws the last one back at Shane. Might as well just spam his blooper.
Oh,
Does look back and gets double. Oh, and that's going to hurt him quite a lot. So yeah, looking back there, that's going to... Oh, he did just about get this chain with the box. If he didn't get that, he would have been completely gone. But it's only lap 2, 5-lap track, obviously, so we should be seeing Vale back up in that
Vale
pack.
should be using his star around the mud, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look at the mini-map for now, since we'll wait for Vale to catch up. But as you can see, Fox just about gone on to lap 3 now, so he does have pretty substantial lead. I think that's a 2-3 for FL. The Miis are on top of each other, so you can't tell too well, but I think that is Flary.
Yeah, it's Flary and Carito. And it looks like Fox has actually been hit out. Maybe.
I think that might have been a blue shell, which you didn't see. Or might have been some sort of red or something. But TC does get past, so Kenny, well played to pass that to Ruby, but he did have a star. So if Barney did have shock, that's one of the dodges gone. Vale holding on to this golden for a long time, so he's probably going to be using it early lap 4 or at here at the end as a little bit of a grass shortcut.
It's not... Oh, that's weird. I was going to say it might... Should have been
I thought here would have been...
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, using it here is alright. Oh, that's actually a very big shortcut, so didn't actually know about all that grass, so he has actually done well to... That has saved him so much time, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a very good usage.
Yeah, that was a very good golden from Vale. He's going to put him up to 3rd, so that's a 1-3 at the moment. But if MZ does have shock, then they can do that exact same... Oh, he's actually used the banana to dodge that red as well, so Vale playing pretty well in the later stages of this race. Oh, the Goomba does block that red as well.
Oh,
so many reds coming. Oh, he's had to hop into the off-road, but it's a lot better than getting redded. I think, yep, Fox backspanned Flary, but Flary's trail did go ahead and hit...
Vale, no! Okay, well, he needs that box. He needs a Bam Diggy Doge. Use that golden. Well. There we go.
It was going so well.
No, that golden's going to save him quite a bit. He should...
Yeah, let's put him back into the pack. He needs a golden here or a star if they have shock.
A star would...
Triple streams, that's not too good. There is one more chance for him to get a box and get something to help him at this set here.
A star
might be able to pull out. Kenny did get TC'd. Do they have shock? Doesn't look like it.
Regardless,
so it's
a star would
Shane
have been
does
a better
hit
chain.
I think Shane hit the chain chomp.
Oh, God. Oh, hello. Out of that,
so
Vale did okay.
I think Fox got 1st. It looks like Ruby got 3rd. I think FL got bottom 2 as well, so... That was a very bipolar race for Vale, so started off very bad, and then went very good, and then went very bad, and then went very good, I guess, so... 5-lap luck tracks, the amount of last-minute first-place steals I've had on this track is insane. Yeah, as you can see, if you manage to do what Vale did earlier in the race on lap 5, then you can just blitz through the race. But yeah, 1-3-5-7, so pretty much a mirror to what FL got the previous race. So it's going to be very close again. It's probably going to be pretty much even.
35 to 26, I believe that will be. So they're up again.
Flary already upcoming on. I think he's just broken 70 after how many races? That after
was
6 races.
Yeah.
So he's on his way for roughly a 120. So Flary playing very well so far. Ace, I love you. Who's in Dignify? Am I missing something?
I don't know.
You as well,
there is a bit of love going on.
Let me know who you are, because I can't recognize people's Twitch names. Everyone uses like numbers and like one words, which like it's like on Xbox when you used to have like original gamer tags. People just use like random words, which makes no sense.
XXX no scope 420 blaze.
That's not an original gamer tag.
IIHD.
Yeah, get that golden up. Hold it for the cut. I mean, it's if you can chain a star, everyone gets shocked and you get a golden. The one and only Nacked.
No, Act.
Nacked.
Act. Not Venezuelan furry. Not Venezuelan furry.
Back.
No. He's not come back yet, but
Tom is Mad number 2.
Which one
was Tom is Mad number 2? Was that the one that I was in? I think that was the one I was in, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Fishdom Island?
I think am I missing something? Is his name Act, or do I know someone called
Act? His name is Act.
Do I know someone called Act? I feel really bad now.
You might.
I'm not hungover, but I did go out.
Well, Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks, yeah. Let's go into the race. Twin Peaks. I think this. I don't know. I didn't see the track selection, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was a FL pick, because I've played this track so many times against FL. Once again, one of the kind of skill. It's like
well, he got the pass off. Let's
yeah. Oh, right into the train.
And he's flat. It's not gone well for him.
That was pretty funny. He's just had a bit of a dive straight into that train. But yeah, this is one of the tracks which is... It's like, oh my god, this is a pretty skilled track for like the first half of it, and then you realise, oh wait, I can cut off half the track with this golden, which is probably what Vale's going to be holding on to do. I think it's blocked on the final lap.
It is
so we're
blocked by a cow.
Blocked by a massive cow who just decides to get in the way. MZ does have that lead in 10th though, so maybe Barney can whip up a juicy one in 9th, but probably going to be seeing a shock lap 2 at this section, because obviously it is blocked, so you don't want to be doing it lap 3, but Vale will demonstrate the cut here shortly. As he does, as you can see, it is a pretty substantial cut. You skip over that complete U-turn. So he's going to be taking that all the way up to 6th. Was a bit of a few train hits in the mid spot, so that's going to give a decent break for Shane and Flary in the top 2.
And it looks like Vale falling down. So VA have got 6, 7, 8 at the minute. Not the greatest, but of course, as we've said, the shortcut is a thing. So... for all we know, the other two could have had shrooms already, and it's just waiting on seeing what Vale can pull.
It was great for him in the sense that he got shrooms at the end, Matt, but being an 8th by that much isn't the best thing.
That Mega's going to do him wonders.
If Barney has a shock here, then this should be going into the cut, shocking him out, and this should be a first place.
No!
Oh, he does lose it though, so that is another FL shock. And I think that was Carito. You can see he's doing that grass shortcut there. And that's going to be a good top 3 break here. So, need some shrooms here for these bottom members of VA to
They need
catch
to
up.
take the shortcut this lap, or else I don't think they've got a chance.
Carito
No,
actually did the shortcut as well, and nobody from VA is doing
that's
the
Kenny
shortcut.
taking it. That's top
That's
4.
Kenny taking it. So, the bottom 4 of VA could not do that shortcut. So, we are definitely hoping that Barney can pull out a second shock for him. Even though they can't utilise that grass shortcut, they just need to get up there right now, because... there are still quite a few grass spots you can abuse with the shock. But he just about avoids the train and avoids falling off as well. So all the 4 bottom members here from VA are going to be getting a box. Probably going to be shrooms for the majority of them. But nothing too great. Just triple shrooms is not going to help too much.
It might help him get through the these. Oh no, he's chaining it. I was going to say it might help him.
Oh, that's a good golden chain. Hawk is going to be getting teated in 4th. And I honestly don't see FL losing this top 3. As you can see, Carito is a roughly 15-second break on everyone.
Go through that house, yep. Go through the house.
He can do the house shortcut. It is going to catch him up a little, but he's going to need something like triple reds. He does get the box. Maybe they can get a shock red off triple shrooms.
I think
might
Shane...
actually be able to pull him up.
No, not enough.
It's going to be a top 3, unless there is an epic fail from one of these FL members. But yeah, it's very, very surprising that none of VA were actually able to do that shortcut after that initial shock. I don't see why any of them wouldn't have had any shrooms. Maybe they just got really unlucky with their items.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is the set is right next to the cut, so maybe they didn't want to risk it because the off-road is quite bad there. Maybe they didn't spam their items quick enough, or they got triple shrooms and spammed them stupidly.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's top 3. And it's going to be a 40-21 race, so...
yeah, and that's the race we've been waiting for from either side to crack open this war, because it's been very close until then. And yeah, I do agree with you, Matt, because lap 1 on a track like that is irrelevant, and if you did get... what you can do, like you said, is you can get a golden or so, and then you can chain that, and then still have a golden, but at the back of a close pack. But obviously it didn't go that way, everyone did end up dying, and I think... there was a point where the FL members, I think it was Kenny, was the one who wasn't in the top 3. He stopped for a bit, so I think he was either slagging or just making sure that VA couldn't get those low spot boxes. But well played from FL that race, definitely, to get that top 3 break and hold it. Good job for MZ getting that shot, because that shot did definitely help out a lot.
Going into race 8, Vale not too sure what he wants to be picking here.
Yeah, they're probably just talking about what they want to go with. Hovering over Delfino Island.
He's opted not to go for it. Oh, Concord Town.
Concord Town.
It's quite a late pick.
I think that was just a spam pick or something he prefers, but... oh, someone did DC.
Yeah.
Gonna have to find out who that is. Looking at the Mies, I'm not sure who we're missing. Yeah, Barney's there. So we'll have to have a look throughout this race. I don't know if I saw Ruby's me. I'll quickly check VA chat to see if anyone said anything. No. Not entirely sure who DC'd then.
Regardless, we are going to be seeing Boo Lake here, and they've been trying to get it. They have now got it. Will they take advantage of it? Vale has this golden, could be quite good here.
Yeah, so Ruby's still in the room. I think I saw Fox. I think it might be Hawk.
Yeah, looks like it might be Hawk to me that's gone.
Not entirely sure though. It's only one race though, but obviously playing a 4v5 race is not optimal, especially when it's an FL pick. But Vale is in first for now. If he can hold this, I know Vale can play this track. And you can see no point tricking on those. I don't even know if you can trick on those. But it's going to be first place. He's going to opt to take that round, get a box. Oh, that's a nice snipe from Kirito actually. Oh, he doesn't actually get the red off from the side though, but well played. That banana over the ramp is going to put him in first, but can he get the bump?
Oh god, yeah, that...
He did bump, yeah, he bumped him into a wall. He's actually going to send him all the way.
Getting the draft there is not
now,
normally
the thing is,
the greatest. Oh.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't think, even though a shroom in first sounds lovely and all, but I don't think he wanted that item. Especially, oh, the blue does come in, so it looks like they were holding blue. And that is going to hurt Flary. Oh, he should have gone wide. Does end up dropping the banana onto Vale's face, and this is going to be a top 2, unless we can have some sort of shot coming in at the end of the race.
Looks like Vale trying to get a red, gets another shroom, not the greatest of items from there. He's gonna...
Yeah, it doesn't get the last box either, so I think this is going to be a top 2 in the bag for FL. And they've managed to actually make their lead go up. Yeah, blue came in, so I think that was actually FL holding it at the end. Might have been Kenny. But yeah, we went from a really close war to a 30 or 40 point lead in 2 races, and that's what we have been waiting for. And now it just depends if VA can pull back. I mean, it's not the hardest of comebacks. They definitely can just get a really good race on a luck or a skill track and pull it back to even, but it's going to be roughly a 30 point lead.
We have got to wait for the bagging, the almighty bag. There we go. And
yeah, so
that's
it was
not great.
Yeah, top 2 for it was Hawk that did end up DCing. And Kirito goes and gets a 50, Flary gets another 45, so Flary's on 88, I think, after 2 GPs. And that is a...
That was a 36
top
to
2
14, carry. Yeah.
Mm.
And, yeah, with VA are now down 41 going into the...
That's a lot more than I expected, actually, so 41 is actually a pretty big, substantial number to try and come back from.
Let's have a very quick look at the stream chat. No, apparently we're not looking at the stream chat. No comments recently. Again, everyone, remember, we do look at the stream chat now. We've got this fantastic feature. So, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask and we'll try answering.
Mm. We'll see what VA decide to do with this last GP, though. I think Hawk is going to be playing again, so they're not going to go with the sub or anything. But it does seem like we're going to be starting in a bit, but we're waiting for room stability. Depends what VA do, though. They might go for the luck track. Well, not complete luck tracks, but we have seen Ormsley's away from them already, so... I know that they like... Oh, I can't remember the track name, but there is a large shortcut on it. Barney's got BKT on it, I think.
A large shortcut?
It's like the autumn track, but it's a lot bigger.
Ah.
And I've completely forgot the name of it because all the CTs sound the same.
Well, autumn shortcut way there, maybe.
That's probably the one.
Let's see what will happen as we are.
Apparently it's minus 34, so I don't know if you...
Is it? My numbers are all wrong. Minus 34. Well, let's pretend.
Yeah, I was going to say, because 34 sounds a bit more... That's why I said high 20s, because I thought...
Nah, well, it's magic. So we know that FL got that. So that must want to... I want to give you points. I'm going to give you some more points, Mr. Vitality. There we go.
So 34, so they need to win by roughly 8 arrays. Autumn's leaves way. I don't know. Let me look up Autumn's leaves way really quickly.
Autumn Leaves Way. There was an interesting glitch on.
Oh no, it's not
one of
Autumn Leaves Way.
Sparkly Road.
Sparkly Road.
That's a track we all know and love. Good old Sparkly Road.
No, it's a track where you pretty much go up a wall, and it's like a U-turn up a wall, but you can just take a little shortcut instead, and it saves about 5 seconds. I know that V8 like it.
That's not Sparkly Road, I can tell you that
No, it's
much.
not Sparkly Road. Sparkly Road is a lot different.
Oh dear.
Gone for the Rainbow Road-esque track. He's going to pull a Mega, and I honestly think he should just hold this. There's no point just chaining it early, because, yeah, you might get into first, but it's not preferable. As you can see, quite a lot of people already hit stuff, so he's already able to hold it into 5th. And I'm not entirely sure which one of these routes is quicker, because we can see quite a split from both teams. I'm guessing it's pretty much even. It might just be on preference.
It's pretty
I think
much
that way
even.
is, yeah.
I
think the way Vale went is quicker.
It's a case of if you have like shrooms or something, I think you take the other route.
Oh, okay.
It's something weird.
Well, we'll have to see, because oh, he does get that bomb, and that is a fantastic snipe. It might have been from Flary, and that has completely killed any dream of the dodge to first. As we can see, Carito does still have that break. It does get a star, so does actually pull that one in 6, so might be able to hold this one up. But as you can see, Carito and Shane are in that top 2, and yeah, Flary's in 3rd actually, so top of the spots for VA is Vale right now, so if they don't have Shock, I'm going to be very surprised if they can make something happen.
Oh,
and
Vale
actually does hit that fib. Does spam his start. Shock does come in, so they were holding on to Shock, but if he didn't have that fib, they probably wouldn't be able to do a lot more with it. I think he's only going to be able to pull out 3rd from this, as you can see on the mini-map. Don't think he's going to be... Although Blue does come in, so it might be able to pull out a 2nd place right at the end.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he should get 2nd. Yeah, he'll get 2nd. Does actually go for the back green as well. Doesn't hit him, but is able to get that 2nd place just about. But it does look like a 1-3-4 still from FL, so that's going to be another winning race for them.
But,
no, it's not crossing Bill. I will find out this track. Let me ask. Actually, I won't ask Barney yet. But maybe when they're finished, he'll let me know.
What track do you have a good time on?
Yeah. It's not Crossingville. It's like a massive slope. Just go up, and then you go back down. But there's a tiny little grass shortcut near.
Oh, I know what you mean. Sunset Circuit or something.
Let me look up Sunset Circuit.
I'm not sure if it is.
You know what I mean? They all sound the same.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what track I mean, but it's just the name. Hello guys, this is Sunset Circuit. No, that's not what I was looking for.
On the topic of this war, though, I believe we will be seeing the results soon. It's going to be another win for FL, I think. But,
I was going to say, we're on about lap 6 now.
Yeah. Who are we kicking? Who's getting kicked? Who's getting the boot?
Sunset Raceway, that sounds
that is it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sunset Raceway. Barney's favourite track, and also a very liked track from VA, so finally after 10 minutes we've got my point across that I think they're going to be going for Sunset Raceway.
Well, you've got your point across, and FL have put 37 points across, 37 to 24.
A few more points.
Few more points.
So yeah, now they need to overcome a bigger deficit, and they've only got 3 races left, so we're looking back at that original 40-50 point lead that we did have. And they are going to need probably two top 3s, I think, and then a decent last race. Especially with baggers, they might opt to send Barney 4th and then maybe just risk it at 9th. But we'll have to see. I think the best thing to do would be send people forward.
There's a sunset track. It's unfortunately for us.
Yeah, there you go. Sunset Raceway.
FL going for the other sunset track.
It was only a matter of time before Barney picked Sunset Raceway, and I know Ruby picked it as well because he's a fan of it.
Well, we're getting Jungle Cliff.
That wasn't Ruby. Ruby picked Jungle Cliff. It's my bad. That was Hawk that picked Sunset Raceway. And Jungle Cliff, as you can see, is a interesting track. There is one part, I think it's the little waterfall part. You can skip quite a lot of time.
Yeah, basically, if you get a golden or a star or something, you use it on this ramp, go into the off-road there. You're going to be seeing one of the VA members do that.
Ruby, that takes him straight to first. Cause pretty big chunk, and Leaper in 7th. This is where I usually use my golden here, so just off the left and then coming out on the right. But Vale obviously holding on to his precious blooper for a lot longer than I expected. Probably just going to chain it somewhere.
He needed to use it, I mean...
Yeah. Barney, so no trolling war obviously, so we might see some kind of troll penalties going on. We haven't seen any from Vale's perspective, but that doesn't mean any of them occurred. Going to be just using these shrooms. Triple shrooms in 8th is not really what he wants to hold on to. He's probably just going to opt for that golden to use next lap, like you said, at that grass area.
That's a star. A star's going to be enough.
He should take Fox's TC and chain this, but I think he's just going to go ahead and chain this. No, he's actually going to hold on to it.
He's
so
going for that shortcut. Will he go for the shot? Oh, no!
From Shane there, so Shane did stop. You saw him let go of his A button a bit and managed to get him in midair. He is going to hold on to his star for now. He actually does chain it. Don't think a shock would be coming in here.
No.
It's a little bit too early for a mid-lap 2 shock. But they do need to try and make something happen. If you look at the top of the pack, you can see Ruby is running, but he does have the majority of FL right on his tail. I think Hawk's up there as well, but... Fox in 8th.
I think Hawk just went down, so that's 2, 3, 5 for FL at the minute.
Yeah, should be FL getting TC'd in 8th though, so that should theoretically put Shane out for the rest of the race. As you can see, you get shocked there, and that's going to hurt him a lot. See if we can get some power items for the VA squad though.
Triple shrooms will be enough to take some of that shortcut at least. So.
It's still a 1, 4, 5, 6, so it's a winning race if it carries on like this, but they do need more than something like that, because that's only a +7 or so, and they are looking for +20 races at the moment.
Vale! Oh god!
Yeah, so Fox did dodge in his star there, so this should be a top 2. As you can see, Fox coming up on the minimap might be able to catch up to... Oh no, that's Barney there, so yeah, Fox is in 2nd. And this actually might take... Oh, Vale is in 3rd, so this is the top 3 that they were looking for, and it is lap 3 coming up to the later stages of the lap. Does hit the box, so he's going to be forced to use the stream. And honestly, I don't know if Vale's going to be the hold on 3rd, but he always got a bomb, and that's really good. And he's actually going to go...
Karita and a Mega.
Yeah, Karita does Mega through it, and he does actually hit, I think that was Flary he got with the bomb. So I think someone is probably going to... No, they don't actually do the grass shortcut, so this should be a top 3. Might try and swerve green. Karita does manage to avoid it, but a top 3 race, and that is what we were looking for. Looks like we're going to get a 7th place from Hawk, but the top 3 is easily roughly a +20. So if they can do this for 2 more races, they're going to be on their way to win it. So definitely the race VA needed. If they lost that race, that would have pretty much been it for them. But well played with that shot from Barney. Managed to get that one to help him out a lot. If he didn't get that shot, that probably would have been game over.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure on Barney, but the next few races are basically down to his success at the back. So,
and as we see, this was a VA pick, so they are going with what we expected. These tracks where they can put their trust in Barney to get a shock, and then obviously get the dodges themselves. But Vale 22 after 2 in a +3 race, so very well played from them, and they are going to shorten that gap immensely to only 30 points when we were looking at nearly 50.
With 2 races left.
28
VA,
with 2 left.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, +14, so you're looking at roughly a top 2 for each race. So they definitely do need... I think if FL get a good race here, it's probably over, or they're going to have to send Barney forwards, but definitely still possible, and that race might push the nerves a bit of FL, get a bit worried that they might manage to catch up. So high spirits at the moment for VA, but it depends on track picks. FL might get one of their signature track picks, but we'll have to see. VAR seem to be struggling on what they want to pick at the moment, but we'll have to have a look on what Vale decides to go with. Just going to spam something last second, I think. I think he's just going to go the random. Oh, going to go for a random Hell Pyramid. That's what we like to see. Even though we've already played Hell Pyramid, so it's not going to pick that. Caladai Desert and Colour Wonderland. Colour Wonderland definitely did not expect that one from VA. I know Fox and Ruby do play it, but I didn't expect... I guess they're top 3, so they do want to go with the run, but looks like we are going to go with Caladai Desert. So FL do get their track pick. And I think this is the another big track with quite a few sand shortcuts.
Yeah, it's got a lot of sand shortcut right near the end.
One of the original CT track, so this one's been around for years. Probably the best place to use your golden would be off the pyramid. You just go around the pyramid and skip quite a lot of the dirt, so Vel does a smart idea. Wants to bag, obviously. I don't agree with going all the way backwards for a box, but it is only lap 1, so it doesn't really matter. He's going to catch up in mere seconds anyway. Probably going to chain his shrooms here. Does so, gets a star. Honestly, I feel like he should just chain his star. I don't think he should hold on to it because the rest of the pack is probably just going to be shrooming off. As you can see, Kurito and Fox did go the other side of that pyramid, so he doesn't want to hold it for too long, just in case they don't get shock. So we'll have to see what he does. The pack is kind of split up, I guess, for this early in the race. We can see Ruby is holding on to that first, Flary is in second, Hawk's in third, and the rest of the pack is pretty close with Kurito back in 8th. Pretty surprising from the baggers, we don't actually see them near each other that much at all, so I'm not entirely sure who's ahead. Star is going to be used, does actually go through the shortcut, and that is the perfect chain for Vale.
Yeah,
and if there's no... If he manages to avoid things and there's no shock or pow, he is going to be in the lead. All he needs to do is hold that for lap 2 where he's just done that, and he can do that again, and that's going to put him in a great lead. Top 2-4 at the moment, which is what they are looking for.
Yeah.
I think that's 5th as well for Hawk.
Yeah,
but
top 2, 4, 5 is a very good set of spots, but we've got to remember...
It is very good. Yeah, he's going to use it early, probably just because he thinks that MZ might get shock, or he doesn't feel like he's going to be able to hold his golden up to then. And it's better to just use the golden suboptimally than be able to use it at all. So he's going to use that to get into second. Bottom spots for FL, so going to have to see if MZ has shock. He does hit the dirt a tiny bit there, so he's going to lose a bit of time. Going to put him back into third.
Honestly, for some of... When the pack is this close, it's kind of more optimal to be near the back because of lap 3.
Yeah, shock does come in then. That was an MZ shocker. You can see Kurito dodge in that cut there. I think that was a bad dodge for him. You can see he actually slowed down. So he did dodge and then he slowed down instantly. So he might have got shocked in a mega or something. Bit of a miscommunication with what he thought.
Maybe
his star lasted.
Yeah, he might have been in a star and just so happened to chain for a really bad item or something.
He might have just wished for a shroom chain and a dodge, but that's not going to do anything for Kurito. So 2-3-4 at the moment. They really do need to try and look at getting a blue. I think you can do that shock at the end, which Kurito tried to do with these triple shrooms Vale has. So should be trying to hold him on for then. Something did actually happen to Kenny. Maybe it was just me being blind, but it is actually a top 2 at the moment for Ruby. And if they can hold this, it's going to be great. But as you can see, bottom 2 again, Shane and Kurito. We really need to try and see if there's going to be a second shock, because if Barney can hold it, then it's going to be great for VA. But if not, this is going to be a disaster. But we'll have to see. Coming up to the end, I don't see why Vel shouldn't get first place unless there is a heartbreaking pow. But no. He's going to be able to do the cut. I'm not too sure who that is behind him, though. I think it's a VA member.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is another top 2, and I think 4th. I think Kurito might have just sneaked in 3rd in that shotgun in the end, but top 2-4. And it is going to go down to the last race. I do think that VA definitely do have the chance to win this. They're going to have a decent 10-15 point lead, FL, but definitely looking close, and VA definitely can go through to the finals. We'll have to see what happens, but well played the last 2 races.
Yeah, they've done really well, especially the
Cast
fact
Young
that...
Drift relapse if there is a streamer at MK Boards. Just open the room. Find out for me.
Find out, please. Okay, looks like...
We can hop straight into that one if we need to, but...
33, 37, 38 to 23. So that's quite good.
Did they end up getting the top 2-4? I wasn't looking.
No, they got top 2-5 or something.
5, I see.
23, so 38 on top of that.
They were going for the 52-point GP, coming in big. 13 points. Now that is something that they can easily do. They are going to need what they've just got, so probably a top 2-5 or probably a top 2-4 actually, and then a mid spot. But we'll have to see as we come into this last race. It all depends on this last race. They have done really well to climb back this lead in these last 2 races, so they didn't let themselves get down with those 2 big races from FL, and they've managed to bring out 2 big races of their own. But we'll have to have a look when it comes down to this last race.
Okay, I'm gonna very quickly check how many viewers there are on this stream currently. 60! We're at 60.
60 cartlers.
We're at 60 cartlers. I'm gonna quickly try taking a print screen and hoping it doesn't die. It's gonna die. No, it's not dead!
Print screen or what?
The viewers.
Oh.
Very interesting picks there, as Myth did say, but
Top 5 VA.
oh,
It could happen. Oh, Viper's streaming, so we can have a gander over at Viper after this.
Sunset Ridge, I believe this is. So gonna be very interesting. I believe this will be an FL pick. It's one of their better tracks, I think. So VA have got to go up against a track they might not be as great on, but the first few seconds they're doing quite well to hold off people like Flary, who could get into first and immediately run if they're not too careful.
64 earlier. Yeah, 3 people got sick of me. Unlucky. But anyway, last race, and we're going into... Can't remember the track name.
Sunset Ridge.
Sunset Ridge, that's the one. Green Snipe, we do have the little invisible bush with the ramp in between those 2 bushes, as
He's missed it.
Val has missed.
Carito! Oh,
my
yeah!
god, oh my god. And that's the thing, you have to hit it so precisely, and if not, then it's just a complete fest. Gonna use his star because he did accidentally get into the grass there. You can see both the baggers going off. Barney is just a little bit ahead, but he doesn't actually make it all the way back, so MZ actually ahead by quite a good lead now. I think he actually just fell off though. He might have had Bill when he wanted to fall off, but or maybe he's chaining boxes. Both baggers are right next to each other though, and I think MZ has just pulled shock. Yeah, he must have. MZ just hit a box and then went back into 7th. Went back into
No,
9th,
he's
sorry.
off. He's off. He's fallen
Is
off.
he off? Are you sure he's off, or is he sitting on a mushroom?
No, he fell off.
Oh, okay. Alright, Shock is not in play then, I suppose. And 8th place going to be for Vale at the moment. Going to try and get a box coming up here at this set with Fox. Don't think he's actually going to get one though. Oh, he does get it last second. You need to be really careful because the bounce you get, as you can see on these mushrooms, is a lot higher than you get in normal ones on reg tracks like Mushroom Gorge. But let's see if he goes for that chain and goes into that little bush again. Honestly, I don't think the bush saves that much time to risk going for. He might go for it again. Doesn't seem like he wants to though. He's just going to play it safe, which is probably the best thing to do. As you can see, Ruby actually does have a substantial 10, 15, probably not 15, but he's got a good 5-10 second break. So he should be first in the bag. And if Barney does have this shock, then I honestly do see VA going to the finals here. But it all depends on the shock between MZ and Barney, because at the end it is pretty shock reliant with the grass that you can cut off. Someone does fall off. That's actually going to be Flary.
Flary, yeah.
Flary falls off. So Flary and Carito, the 2 runners, are going to be in 6-8 right now. And Vale has held onto this star for a long, long, long time.
Oh,
but it's an FL
MZ.
shock. First frame dodge coming in. They did try to go for the TS on Ruby. They weren't actually successful with that. So Ruby is still going to get first. The pack's actually still quite tight. So I honestly wouldn't let down on their dreams right now. There's still a very, very, very slim possibility for a second shock. And they can still get some good power items and maybe a golden chain it up. But
Vale, can
as you
he
can
skip
see,
this bit? Yeah, he's going to skip.
yeah, just about makes it. Flary's still back here. As you can see, though, that is Fox and Hawk in 5-6. They definitely need more. 8th place Bill, so maybe they are going to try and get a 30-second shock on the dot for Barney. Maybe they can get back up there. They are going to get first, but that is still a 2-3-4 for the side of FL, and I think they're going to be taking it away unless they can do something in
I
the
think Vale
last
needs to use it, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to use his build just to try and get up there. Don't think he's going to be doing anything
It
unless Barney
goes
can
up
spam
this.
Bill.
It goes up this, and it does the mushrooms quite well. So it might pass one. No.
No, it's going to be a 2-3-4 coming out. That's a bit unfortunate for VA, but that shock did end up helping Korea. Obviously, Korea did go from 7th all the way to 2nd. Great run from Ruby to be able to hold that first, but the rest of the team just weren't able to get the items they wanted at the end. And that is going to confirm our first finalist, so there we go. Final stand in the finals. Was expected. If I looked at the teams, I'd expect probably Relapse and FL to go against each other, but VA put in a really good fight, only being down 13 points against a veteran CT clan with 1 race left is very good for him.
And 27-34 seals the deal there, as they, I believe, lose by, oh no, not 10 points. Is it? No, 20 points.
No. Not that they didn't win that race, sorry.
No, they 20 points there, so they lost that. Still, though, a very good fight, and you know, maybe in the next event, if there is another control in the future, we might see VA make it to the final, but not this one. Let's see if we can get YN,
I think
RE.
they're probably midway, so we're not going to go the scores. But if someone could update us, that'd be great. If we get a GP pick.
I'm going to have a very, very quick check to see what the status is. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
On. Come on.
Commercial break.
Commercial break.
Next year. No, I honestly see